This pair of gold-filled earrings is literally sold off my ears. I'll tell you what happened. So a while back, I was hosting a jewelry parties in my friend's house. She would invited her friends and we have food, and obviously I brought lots of my jewelries. It went very well, and especially that everybody is so kind and everybody wanted to try so many things. The thing is that my friend, she saw my earrings. I just finished making one pair of earrings that I was really proud of. She said, I want to buy your earrings. So I was like, ugh. In my heart, of course. I just make that and I'm so proud of it. I feel like I don't want to sell it to her, but of course, my intention was always to sell. So at the end, I say yes, what with a condition. Can you let me wear the earrings until the end of the event before I sell it to you? And of course, she agreed. I got home without wearing any earrings, but my heart was happy. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is C and I'm a self-taught jewelry maker. I love to make jewelries with wire, especially with gold filled and silver. Last week, I shared you a video that is completely not the same as how I normally would, which is about my personal life. If you are nosy, you can go ahead and check the video. I will put the link on the description below or on the screen. Let's go back to what I originally want to talk about in this video. Today, I'm going to be fulfilling an order. At the same time, I film the process, and this time I'm gonna make two pairs because one for my client and another one for myself. What you see here, it looks somehow the same as the earrings that we're going to be making, but this one is the solder version. I'm going to put the link on the description below. Go back to the earrings that we're going to be making. It's made out of 20 gauge wire, gold filled. So you're gonna be able to understand how to work with this wire, how to harden it, also how to add texture to it. I'm going to show you how to DIY a tool because as you can see, the angle is very straight and sometimes you do not have the right tool to be making a perfect angle. I'm going to be using Lego. Yes, Lego. For you who has not been able to buy the smooth head hammer yet, I will show you how to do it with the household hammer. Yes, it's possible. Although you're not going to be able to add a texture to it, but it is very possible to be using a household hammer. Okay, I think that's it. Oh wait, before. If you are new here and you love making handmade jewelry, this is the channel for you. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you will not miss any of the future posts. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's get to work. The length of the wire needed is 9 cm in 20 gauge. You can go ahead and use whatever wire you want, including silver, copper. Here, I'm using the gold-filled wire. Next, you want to mark the segments on the wire using the marker. First, 1.5 centimeters for 4 times, and then 8 millimeters, and then the leftover wire should be around 2.2 centimeters for the tail threader. I'm giving you the formula on the screen just in case you want to write it down. Now grab your flat nose pliers and fold at 90 degrees angle between the 15 millimeters segment. In order to make sure that the angle is correct, I'm gonna go ahead and use this Lego to final check my angle. If you are not sure of your eyeball, you can compare your work with the Lego at every angle, just to really be careful because better safe than sorry, right? Especially gold filled is the most sensitive wire. Once the wire is folded, the mark will stay, so I don't want to make a mistake really. Alright, now I'm almost shaping the perfect rhombus here. If yours is a bit wonky, you can always fix it using the flat nose pliers or the parallel pliers. First try, always wonky, don't get discouraged. I find this work very simple but tricky at the same time. Now, using the anvil, I want to harden the wire by hammering it. Also, there's going to be slight texture to it, which is what I like. If you have watched my other tutorial, you'll know that this is my favorite way to texture the wire. Please be aware that the hammer that I'm using is the cross pin hammer, which is very smooth. While hammering, it's very important to keep the wire locked on the anvil. So normally my trick is to block the wire using my two fingers. That way it will not move at all. And I don't really hammer the whole surface at the same time, but instead one section of the surface at a time. I'm done with this one. I'm giving an adjustment because sometimes the wire can warp if I hammer it too hard. But this is okay because I have my flat nose pliers to the rescue. Right now, I'm going to work on the second one. Dairy keeper, since I'm giving texture to only one side of the earrings, on the second pair of the earrings, I want to make sure that this is exactly on the mirror image. Once I'm done, I always check that the wire is not warped or displaced somehow and that the angle is still intact. This is how I imagine the threader would look like. Mirror image, the 14 karat gold fill texture reflect more light, which is the prettiest. Since I have been eyeballing the piece, I would like to final check with the Lego. Next step, we are going to fold the 8mm segment perpendicular to the square. I'm grabbing my flat nose pliers and just go ahead and fold it. Make sure that again it's perpendicular so you can just watch the video on how to do it. And the leftover of the 22mm, you're just going to fold it in parallel to the square. And here you have your ear threader. The simplest work ever, right? Or not. If you're using a piece of that soft wire, there will be another step to do, which is hardening the threader. Since you don't want to add texture to it, and if you have a rawhide mallet, you can use this. Very simple. Just hammer it until it is hardened and look like a real professional made earrings. If you do not have that kind of hammer, this is the perfect time for me to show you how to really harden the wire using the household hammer. Grab two cardboard paper and sandwich the earrings and put them on the anvil to make sure that with your other hand the earrings don't move around, so you need to lock it. The appearance of the hammerhead so close to the camera, so scary. I need to move the camera away before any unwanted things happen. And diary keepers, once you have the items locked on your left hand, you can start hammering. Since this hammer is at least 2 kilograms, I need to make sure that I don't pound it too hard. More movement with less impact is the best way to do it. In order to know if you're doing it right and that the wire is hardened, you want to press the threader against the square. If it bounces a little, then our job here is done. Now it's time to enjoy wearing the minimalist earrings, and as for me, I'll make another pair only for myself. Diary keepers, this is it. If you like this video, subscribe, like, and share. I want to tell you something. Now that you know how to make that, you can create it your own version. Make it bigger, make it smaller. Different materials, different texture. The possibility is limitless. Stay creative, be kind to yourself and others, and I'll see you on the next video.